Today, I will speak of Genghis Khan, the man who could unite the Mongol tribes and also scare the living daylight out of everyone from China to Europe, all while never learning how to read a single book. Genghis was born in 1162, somewhere in the Mongolian steppe, which, for those who don't know, is just a polite way of saying a huge endless grassland where your only neighbors are sheep and the occasional wolf, both of which will probably try to bite you. As a kid, Genghis was named Temujin, after his father captured a rival chief named Temujin Yuj, which is kind of like naming your kid after the guy you beat up in a bar fight. Not exactly subtle, Dad. Young Temujin is having the worst main character moment ever. His dad got poisoned, his tribe ditched him, and now he's trying to fish with a stick tied to a shoe. His little brother is annoying, and his mom is surviving on boiled grass. Temujin looks at the camera like Jim from The Office, so yeah, rock bottom has a basement. Temujin finds Jamuka, a charismatic wannabe influencer who speaks in dramatic one-liners. They form a blood pact. Instead of fancy speeches, they roast each other, bond over dry mutton, and decide to make Mongolia great again. Plot twist. Jamuka betrays him. It's Mongol soap opera time. Temujin gets wrecked in battle, his generals are captured, and Jamuka boils a few of them alive. Dark stuff, but Temujin survives and starts his villain origin arc, only he's not the villain. He's Batman, but with horses. Temujin comes back with 120% more charisma and 300% more fury. He gives promotions to people based on skill, not bloodline. This blows everyone's mind. He even lets a blacksmith lead troops, because he's got iron in his soul. He earns loyalty like a Mongol Tony Stark. Temujin, now crowned Genghis Khan, goes full Death Star. He starts unifying tribes like a mobile network merger. His generals act like mini-bosses. He crushes the Jin dynasty with less mercy than a hungry lion at a goat party. By 1218, Genghis Khan was basically the CEO of the largest startup in history, the Mongol Empire Incorporated. He had conquered half of Asia and decided to try something crazy. Trade peacefully with his neighbors. He sent a caravan of 500 merchants to the Khwarezm Empire, modern-day Iran and Central Asia, to say, hey, let's make some money. The Khwarezm Shah replied with a bold diplomatic move, killing them all and stealing their stuff. Genghis thought, okay. Maybe he misunderstood. Let's send 3 more envoys to explain. The Shah misunderstood again, by killing one envoy and humiliating the others. At this point, diplomacy was officially dead, and the Shah had basically signed up for the world's worst customer complaint. In 1219, Genghis invaded with around 200,000 troops. And here's the thing, this wasn't just war. This was a masterclass in psychological warfare, logistics, and pure, unfiltered rage. Cities surrendered out of fear, the ones that didn't. Well, they didn't exist for much longer. He didn't just win wars, he built systems. Meritocracy. Spy networks. Speedy communication. He turned warriors into an empire. And when he gave orders, even his dog stood up straight. You didn't mess with Genghis, unless you wanted to become a cautionary tale in future textbooks. By the time he died, his empire stretched from Korea to the Caspian Sea. His sons took over. Europe panicked. Historians are still arguing about whether he was a genius or a madman. But one thing's clear, Temujin didn't just survive history. He rewrote it, one raid at a time.